around 2,000 independent wealth and asset managers in Switzerland. They're not banks, but they make use of financial institutions' accounts and custody accounts to hold and invest their clients' wealth. With me to speak about the challenges that these important players in the Swiss finance industry are currently facing is Brian Fischer, Deputy Head of Wealth Management at Vontobel. Good morning, Brian.
Good morning, Jake.
So perhaps you can tell me, Brian, how external asset managers operate in Switzerland.
Thank you, yes. Well, they work in a triangular model. So they typically have a client, and then they have a relationship with a custodian, which is typically a cooperation agreement. And so it's a triangular relationship. They concentrate on the wealth management, do the investment decisions, and a custodian is for trading, execution, and providing investment ideas to the external asset manager.
And can you describe your relationship with the external asset managers?
Well, with us, it's a business we are focusing on since decades, actually. And we have seen a very nice development there. I mean, we are focusing very much on the larger external asset managers in the industry. So we were always talking about maybe 1,000 external asset managers we are focusing on. And it's not only the custodian part, as I mentioned before, it's also the investment part, because we provide a lot of structured products to the external asset managers, and they then invest it also with assets not booked with Vontobel.
Can you tell me how important this segment is for the market and for Vontobel?
Yes, well, for the market, it's a number. You see, some people say between 10 and 15%. For Vontobel, we're not disclosing it, but it's a very significant piece of business.
The financial regulator's latest requirement asking external asset managers to apply for a license by the end of this year. Could this mean make or break for many of them? And what do you think will happen after?
Well, it is definitely a game changer. I mean, this is new. This regulation is in force already, and the deadline is now end of the year. And we see a lot of movement there. I mean, there's a backlog in providing these licenses. Sometimes even the application is not sent in. So I think there's a lot going on, especially now in the last 3 months. This will be over at a certain time. And then especially also the larger external asset managers will carry on their business as they have always been doing. The regulation is in a way very friendly also to smaller operations, so it works. FINMA has just announced that also a lot of smaller institutions have been granted this license. Some of them will simply stop the business. That's a fact. They were waiting until this regulation really becomes into force, and they simply stop. They either transfer the clients to another external asset manager. They transfer the clients to the current custodian bank, which is an ordinary process. Yes.
Well, thank you, Brian. It was a pleasure speaking to you today, and thank you to you for watching finews.